starts now.
It is time for your daily Magic Carpet Ride. It's time for Up North at 4. Today, Jeff and I will break down Aaron Rodgers' first day as Jeopardy host, then back into the John Dillinger story. And today we'll meet the infamous Babyface Nelson. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. There are 4 hours left to vote. Here's the scene at the Hodag Dome in Rhinelander earlier today. Polls will close at 8 p.m. tonight, and we should know results soon after. Some local races we're watching: state superintendent, local school referendums for Florence, Tomahawk, Elko, and Medford, and Crescent Town Chair. Go to vote411.org to learn what's on your ballot. The Wausau Center Mall closed permanently today, a week earlier than expected, because the few remaining stores in the building had either closed or relocated, so the mall just went ahead and closed permanently. The mall, by the way, opened in 1983. It is now set to be demolished and redeveloped as an urban hub with housing, boutique retail, hospitality, and gathering spaces. This morning, Lac du Flambeau announced a food giveaway for this Thursday. The USDA Farmer to Families Food Box program will be at the LDF Youth Center, which is just off Highway 47 by the public school. It starts at 10:30 this Thursday. It's free to everyone. Only condition is to have your trunk open before coming through, and masks are required. There will be another food giveaway in LDF on April 22nd. It's getting to be biking weather, but if you're looking for a new set of wheels, well, good luck. Not to say that there are no bikes available in the Northwoods, but the supply chain is still broken because of COVID-19. Andy Teichmiller's Shawamigan Adventure Company in Minocqua is struggling to keep up its inventory, and some repairs are taking longer than a month since parts are hard to come by. He's doing well on watercraft, however, including a recent shipment of 100 kayaks. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, another nice day out there.
Hey Dan, happy Tuesday. Well, many of us lost some sleep last night due to thunderstorms across the area. Mostly bark, no bite, but still an inch of rain here in Rhinelander. But there's more on the way, and it's out there right now. Here's a look what's going on currently, though. Clouds early today, followed by lots of sunshine. The sunshine's good and it's bad because it's fuel for storms, and those storms are out there to the south of us currently. But look at these temperatures. It's 76 right now in Rhinelander with a calm wind, and a feel like temperature there is 76 as well. Over in Wausau, 77 for you, a southwest breeze at 3, and a dew point at 54. This air is getting increasingly more humid once again. And look at these temperatures: 79 in Merrill, 75 for Antigo, almost 80 in Wapaka. We'll take it, but there's a price to pay for all of this, and that is in the form of showers and storms once again. And again, just like last night, we could have potentially some severe weather this evening. That includes some gusty winds, some small hail, and very vivid lightning again, with some heavy downpours in there as well. So here is the area we're watching for tonight. Again, not a lot of activity yet, but still, we'll watch this evening as the radar is beginning to fill in, and our threats will include some hail, wind, and heavy rain again. Just like last night, there'll be loud storms out there as well into tomorrow morning. So here's the radar, and already active storms across parts of Marathon County, Portage County, Wapaka County, lifting north very slowly. There's a warm front right in here lifting in our direction. So we have to get through this to get to the other side of it. That's going to happen tonight. Likely all of us getting some rain showers again this evening. So here's the bigger picture showing us showers across the area now. And this is where the sun is out, currently across north central Wisconsin. That's fuel for storms, as you know. So the warmer the temperature, the more fuel, the higher the dew point. Lots of moisture in the atmosphere now, and it's also recharging all day long today. But the bigger picture, though, includes this is just the next round of it. The actual bigger system is out here to the west of us. That's the upper level low. That's going to sit and spin over us for tomorrow and for Thursday and for Friday and for Saturday, bringing round after round or round of showers and storms. But through probably Thursday, we'll likely see another quarter to a half inch of rainfall on the way. That'll take us into probably Thursday morning with more rain after that. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is rounds of showers and storms. It could be locally strong to severe with low temperatures down near 48. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
The new LDF Country Market in Lac du Flambeau offers families the freshest meats, produce, bakery, and groceries. Take a closer look and you'll find a smoke shop, beer cave, deli, and liquor all under one roof, with convenient fueling stations just outside. Add Native American arts and crafts and you'll enjoy a unique, spacious shopping experience found nowhere else. Shop the new LDF Country Market today. Get what you need so you can get back to what you enjoy.
Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. The perfect paint for when the nursery becomes the bedroom. That becomes his room. That becomes your favorite room in the house. Paint because you want to, not because you have to. For results that stand up to whatever life brings. Trust Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. Exclusively at Menards. Get 11% off everything, including Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basement-y in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Yesterday, Jeff, the pressure got to me.
I've never seen that happen before.
I was intimidated by Aaron Rodgers. I set you up for this great weather segment at the end of the show, and I totally forgot. I was so focused on tossing to the Jeopardy with Aaron Rodgers that I just totally...
Did you guys see that last night? Where we sat on the sky cam for 30 seconds because Dan just tossed out of the show early? It happens, you know. Why don't you take the clicker now and go over to the weather wall and do weather for me?
Why?
You've watched me enough times. You know how to do it.
No, Jeff, here's how we're going to make amends, okay? You're going to have that stellar weather later in the show.
Today?
Later in the show
this
today,
is news
yes.
to me.
I will remember that. But I do want to go over Aaron Rodgers' performance, okay? So I want to first go to a really funny moment from yesterday. Let's take a look at that.
Scott, did you come up with the correct response? Who wanted to kick that field goal? That is a great question. Should be correct, but unfortunately for this game today, that's incorrect, and you're going to lose.
So this was obviously a really funny moment.
You can tell though he was totally caught off guard by that remark.
Yeah,
I love that.
That was definitely a genuine reaction. But Jeff, what did you think of Rodgers' performance yesterday?
I thought. He did well, but there's certainly a monotoneness to his voice that kind of keeps it all on the rails. But, I think I'd like to hear a little bit more, animation maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was his first time. I will say I think he's really good. 95% I think he's there. But you're right. He's probably a little...
He's a little more something.
He's a little mellow. He's a mellow guy,
He's a mellow guy.
But anyways, I thought he had a good performance.
I think he's insanely smart, though, too.
Very smart
He's
guy.
got his act together, yeah.
So, Jeff, I asked you, what did you want to talk about today? And you said spring peepers. Let's take a listen, actually.
They're back.
So why did you want to talk about spring
Because
peepers?
they're back. So here's the thing. The peepers are generally the first sign that winter is gone and spring is here, right? Animal-wise. So they were out last night. I heard them leaving the office here yesterday, when I got to my neighborhood yesterday. So the peepers are out, and they will keep you up at night. They're loud.
Okay.
Yeah, have you heard them before?
I have heard them, and I was actually going to ask you, people like that white noise sometimes, but that keeps you up.
Yeah, I need a fan on me when I sleep. I have that white noise, the fan and the air moving. I gave you a video of a peeper. Where'd it go? Did you not put it in the show?
I didn't put it in the show.
Man.
That wasn't good enough?
Well, no, but it was a peeper on my door last night that greeted me when I got home from work late, because we were here late.
I didn't know that was your personal peeper.
It was actually looking in my window.
Okay.
So it's peeping.
Was it peeping? Did you have peeps in there?
The peeper was peeping.
Peeping for peeps.
On the peeps. Well, the peeps were all eaten. We ate the peeps, remember?
That's right. We ate the peeps. So the spring peeper was peeping in, and it didn't find any peeps.
No, it didn't. It was looking in the kitchen window, too.
We're going to have to wrap up this conversation.
We have to go?
Time.
Okay.
We got to go. We're going to go to the Dillinger story in just a few minutes.
Stop at Fatheads Rapids RV's Spring Open House, April 8th through the 11th in Wisconsin Rapids. See a great selection of campers with prices for every budget. They carry the top brands in the industry with Jayco, Cherokee, and more at Fatheads Rapids RV Spring Open House.
With so much time at home, I need new furniture.
Right now, during Slumberland's Build Your Room sale, you can revamp any space for only $20, $30, $40 a month. Check out this bedroom set.
Oh, I've got everything I need there.
Okay, how about some options for your living room? Just $20 a month when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
Love it.
Build your room during our best financing sale of the year.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Hatchet, take the left flank. Boomer, take the right. Blade, boss says you're out. Homework, at bedtime, off you go.
But Sarge...
That's an order.
Fine, it's so lame. Mom!
At Spectrum, we think you know best. So Spectrum Advanced In-Home Wi-Fi lets you decide who connects and when, right from your phone.
Deal's a deal, Corporal. Very funny.
Yeah, well, look what I did this weekend, huh?
Your weekends, brought to you by American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano and Mercury Motors. We have more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Check them out in the largest showroom in the USA. Buy or trade into a new boat and get out on the water today, and we'll give you the best deal, guaranteed by at least $500. Get the most out of your weekends with Mercury Motors and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Stop at Fatheads Rapids RV's Spring Open House, April 8th through the 11th in Wisconsin Rapids. See a great selection of campers with prices for every budget. They carry the top brands in the industry with Jayco, Cherokee, and more at Fatheads Rapids RV Spring Open House.
We are back. Before we dive back in, a brief refresher. The year is 1934. John Dillinger has just started a new gang, and he needs a place to hide out.
So it's really the second gang. The only problem with the second gang is they have one gangster named Babyface Nelson. And Dillinger's very nervous about Babyface Nelson because he is a killer. Doesn't bother him. The rest of the guys he trusts, but he's worried about Babyface. Well, anyways, they go on a big spree. By the end of the careers, Gang 1, Gang 2, they have stolen over $500,000 in cash in 1934, which today reigns into millions and millions of dollars. Well, they're so hot, they don't know what to do. They go to a hiding place. There's a bar in Fox River Grove, Illinois, owned by a man named Louis Cernacki. Now, the owner of Little Bohemia, Emil Winnetka, was also a barkeep in Chicago area, and he owned a Little Bohemia right downtown Chicago. He used to tell family members that that St. Valentine's Day Massacre, said those guys were my everyday customers. So Emil and Nan had gotten out of Chicago because it was a violent place at the time, and they had opened Little Bohemia Lodge. Now, Louis Cernacki says to Babyface and Dillinger, and he says, I know a place where you guys can hide where no one's going to ever, ever find you. And Dillinger says, we want to go there. So Cernacki writes what's called a letter of introduction. Now, I'm not sure I understand what that means exactly, but that letter of introduction goes with 10 people who are going to spend 3 or 4 days in the Northwoods trying to recover from all the stress of being sought after. You know, Chicago even has a Dillinger squad by now of 40 members of police officers who are trying to find the Dillinger gang. So they travel to northern Wisconsin in 3 different cars. They arrive at 3 different times. Homer Van Meter, one of the gang members, is the first to arrive and hands the letter of introduction to Emil Winnetka. Now, we have to ask ourselves, does Emil know who these people are at this point? Or is he still in a cloud as to who these guys are? We don't know. So the 10 people arrive. We've got John Dillinger. We've got Tommy Carroll and his girlfriend, Jean Delaney Crompton. We've got Homer Van Meter, his girlfriend, Marie Conforti. We've got Red Hamilton, his girlfriend, Pat Sherrington. And we have Babyface Nelson and his wife, Helen Gillis. And then we've got a guy that's kind of an errand boy. His name is Pat Riley. And that's all I'm going to tell you about Pat Riley. You'll have to learn that somewhere else. Anyways, so we've got 10 people arriving at Little Bohemia. They get there, they unpack, they tell Mrs. Winnetka, Nan, that they don't need any housekeeping duties because the women will take care of all that. So Tommy Carroll and his girlfriend and Babyface and his wife go into a cabin next to the lodge. The rest of the members of the party are upstairs in rooms at Little Bohemia. They have a great dinner and they're all chatting. Now, Dillinger doesn't allow alcohol. People don't drink in his game. They always have to be on key, ready. They don't call him Jackrabbit for nothing. He's ready to go when he's ready to go. Anyways, they do play a game of poker. And in that poker game, Emil says, well, I got all you guys. And he lays down a full house, 3 8s and 2 queens. Then Dillinger looks at him, he goes, well, Emil, sorry. I got 3 10s and 2 queens. But he never bothers to show his hand. He just takes his arm and sweeps the money off the middle of the table. And as he sweeps that money off the middle of the table, his gun and his shoulder holster appear. And Emil goes, whoa, we got some guys here that are serious guys.
Always something new and delicious at CT's Deli downtown Rhinelander. Now featuring an afternoon delight appetizer menu and signature cocktails. Wednesday barbecue ribbon chicken night is back. Made fresh grab and go food and salad bar. Visit cheftomsdeli.com.
From Jeopardy fan to Jeopardy champ to Jeopardy guest host.
Other than the Super Bowl, this is the honor of a lifetime.
Aaron Rodgers is the new guest host all week on Jeopardy.
Weeknights at 4:30, brought to you by these sponsors. Everybody loves popcorn and puffs, so Newswatch 12 and Minocqua Popcorn and Puffs want to help you celebrate by sending tasty birthday treats.
If you want your chance to win a gourmet bucket of popcorn for you or your loved one, make sure to submit your birthday club entry on our website, WJFW.com.
One lucky viewer will win a free half-gallon bucket of Minocqua popcorn.
All right, we get $35,000, not on a $40,000 to $45,000. Howdy, folks. Wayne Yoder, the auctioneer, here to tell you about our May 22nd classic car auction. No need to transport your classic car across the world to be sold when we can bring the world of buyers to your car and make it a star. Offering 5 ways to bid. Consign your car or entire car collection for top dollar. Go to yodersold.com or call us today and be in our classic car auction on May 22nd.
Hi, this is Tim and Judy from Tomahawk Monument Company. When we want the forecast for Tomahawk, we go to WJFW.com and check our hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Always something new and delicious at CT's Deli downtown Rhinelander. Now featuring an afternoon delight appetizer menu and signature cocktails. Wednesday barbecue ribbon chicken night is back. Made fresh grab and go food and salad bar. Visit cheftomsdeli.com.
So Emil excuses himself. Nobody argues about the game or the cards or what cards John had. Emil goes to his office and he says to himself, I got to look in the Chicago Tribune, that face. Now that face is really bothering me. And he sees a picture of Dillinger, a wanted picture. And he goes, wow, I got John Dillinger here. So that night, Nan and Emil are in bed and they can't sleep all night. Nan, first of all, is really concerned because it's Dillinger. And all they hear are footsteps on the downstairs all night, back and forth across the building. And they hear them picking up the phone and putting it back down, picking up the phone, putting it back down, because it's a party line. They want to know if anybody that had been in that night is talking to anybody. The next morning, Emil gets up and fixes breakfast. And just before they sit down to breakfast with the guests, he says, could you come back in my office for a minute to John Dillinger? And he says, look at John. I see this picture in the paper. And Dillinger says, look, Emil, I'm not here to cause you any harm. All I need is a few days of rest. We have to recover, and we have to figure out what our next plan was. We're not going to cause trouble. Emil says, look, all I got in my life is right here in this place, and so is my family. I don't want anything to happen. And Dillinger says, no worries. Well, that's Saturday morning. By Saturday afternoon, Nan is really angry. Babyface Nelson has been throwing a baseball with Emil Jr., who's only 8 years old. He's actually knocked the kid off his feet onto his back, playing so hard. And Nan is really becoming afraid and doesn't know exactly what to do. But she and Emil decide to write a letter to the law enforcement people in Milwaukee and say that Dillinger and his gang are staying at Little Bohemia, and we are notifying you. Now, you know, a letter is not going to get to them before the gang is already gone, but they're covering their bases, I guess, because what would happen if they had known Dillinger was there and the FBI or the Bureau of Investigation found out? They'd be put in prison for aiding and abetting. And they were putting a lot of people in prison that had anything to do with these public enemies. So how are we going to get that letter mailed? Well, there's a party that night, a birthday party for a man or a little boy named Cal Laporte, who's 8 years old as well. He's Emil's first cousin. So Nan tells the group that she'll be out for Saturday evening and she's taking her son to a birthday party. She leaves in the afternoon and she notices a car is tailing her. So she goes down a bunch of back roads and wires herself around and loses that tail. That tail was Babyface Nelson. She mails the letter and goes to the party. Now, who's at the party? You'll find out about that in our next session.
What a great cliffhanger to end on, Kay. Very good instincts there. Thank you for joining me today. We'll be back tomorrow with part 2 of the John Dillinger story here in the Northwoods.
Everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun with prices so low you'll have to bend over to see them. Prices that'll make your eyes pop out. Want to sleep watching TV? Check out our recliners. You want to pass out face first in a sofa? Check out our sofas. And beds. We've got beds. Check us out. Prices so low you'll think we're crazy. Because everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun.
My name is Sheldon. I'm from Wausau. I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with a deteriorating spine. And finally, I couldn't hardly function no more. So I'm sitting and watching TV and I see Dr. Justin Sherrick come on there. I got right in the car and drove right down to his office. I started treatment that very same day. And that brings us here today. I'm totally pain-free. Can't thank the doctor enough.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Tee off with WJFWdeals.com. Just log on to WJFWdeals.com beginning this Friday to score a great deal at this fine golf course.
An enjoyable yet challenging day of golf awaits you at the Ridges Golf Course of Wisconsin Rapids. With an undeniably beautiful back nine, we like to say, man built the front nine, but God built the back nine. Visit the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids.
Get yours before they're gone. Only at WJFWdeals.com.
medical bills, missed time at work, life-changing injuries, household expenses. When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. But we've dedicated our personal injury law firm to help take this crippling burden off your back. Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
We are back. Let's hear from Aaron Rodgers again. This time he answers the question, what are his favorite memories of Alex Trebek?
Well, you know, there's so many. You know, my favorite viral video was the football category, which I thought he handled so incredibly well. You know, it was like the last category on the board. Nobody wanted to pick on it before. Those were the only 5 clues left, and there wasn't even a ring in. But just, you know, how he led into that last clue was so perfect, because it was like an SNL, you know, Celebrity Jeopardy skit where he's like, let's just look at it just for the fun of it. I think we all loved, you know, his wit there. But personally, you know, 2 things really stick out in my interactions with him. The first is when he walked in the room the first time. We were back in the green room in 2015, and he has such a presence about him and such a charisma. I mean, when he walked in the room, it was like, the only thing I can compare it to is when I was in Alaska, I was randomly in a sled dog race. And the first 8 dogs got out of the carrier, and they're yipping and going crazy, and there's a lot of energy in the air. And the lead dog comes out last. And when he comes out, the whole group of 8 dogs got quiet. I mean, literally, there was no sound. And the lead dog walks up to the front of the sled, gets harnessed in, and it's time to go. And I felt like he had that presence when he came into the room. It was like everything kind of got quiet. It was like, oh my God, there's Alex Trebek. And that was a really special moment. And the second is, you know, a few years back, there was a film crew that was following me, and they had reached out to Alex to do an interview. And a guy who gets pulled in so many directions, and, you know, he's obviously in his, you know, he's up there in age, but he sat down at a local hotel with this film crew and did, I think, over an hour of an interview. And they were asking questions about me, and literally the only interaction we had was on Celebrity Jeopardy, which was years before that. But for him to take the time to do that was something that I always really appreciated, and his words meant a lot to me.
All right, let's sneak in some weather here, Jeff. We have some severe stuff on the way, is that right?
Yeah, Paul, take Max 1 if you can. Look at this shot right now in Minocqua. Beautiful scene here in the Minocqua area. Hardly a ripple on the water right now, but that's going to change shortly because here's the radar. We have lots of rain in the forecast again tonight into tomorrow.